Hey folks, thanks for joining us for this edition of Driving BA. I'm City Manager Michael Spurgeon, and today we're going to be talking about Florence between Aspen and Olive, also known as 111th. And joining me for today's segment is Assistant City Manager of Operations, Kenny Swap. How you doing, Kenny?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Good deal. I appreciate you joining me today. So folks, as we know, we talk about roads that have been completed, we talk about roads that are going to be completed, and roads that are currently under construction. So we're going to do a two-part today. We're going to actually look back in the rearview mirror and talk about Florence, but we're also going to be talking about the future of Florence because there's so many wonderful things that are happening on this road right now. Kind of makes me dizzy when we talk about going back and forth, but I'll be okay. So let's start with actually looking back in the rearview mirror. Florence, basically, once again, 111th between Aspen and Olive, was completed several years ago. So can you talk about this road improvements and exactly what was completed here?
It was a 2014 bond election, general obligation bond. It was a 2-lane roadway for that mile stretch. We knew that the school was going in, which I believe is Aspen Creek Elementary. They also have early childhood center there as well. Originally, they actually talked about putting a third school out there, maybe a possible middle school in the back. So we knew it was going to be a big complex. So the vote was to widen it from 2 lanes to 5 lanes. There wasn't enough money in it, so we actually did the 5 lanes on the eastern half, which is in front of the school. And then as you go west along Florence, it actually transitions to 3 lanes.
This road is extremely important. Do you remember what the cost was for completing this project?
Yeah, it was just under $4 million. I believe it was like 3.88.
Well, that's crazy considering what it would cost today to do that type of work.
Couldn't do that today.
No, we couldn't. So this road actually is a very, very important east-west road. And what's exciting about it is the fact that as we look into the future, there are so many things that are happening in the south part of our community, and Florence is going to play a big role. So one of the first things we're going to mention is the fact that on Florence, on the south side, is our new innovation district, also known as Arrow Forge, and it's a 90-acre parcel that has about 60 to 65 acres of developable land. And we just announced our first business that's going to be relocating there. But before they can relocate, we have to do the infrastructure. So what's being done in the infrastructure right now, Kenny?
So right now we actually have 2 contractors. Okay. The first one was about a year ago. Cook Consulting, they went in and did the lift station and some sanitary sewer improvements. That basically is online, almost complete. And then we also have another contractor that's doing the roadway, the water. There's still some sewer that they're doing as well, a little bit. Some improvements along Florence itself. Mm-hmm. We're adding a turn lane and a signal. There are also some sidewalks on the inside. So that contractor is Cherokee Pride, and I believe that one's just under $5 million. I'm going to say about $4.6 million.
Okay, so let's go back to the lift station. Obviously, just a quick block of education for me and for everyone about the importance of a lift station.
So when you collect it through gravity sewer, and then if it gets too low, you actually have to lift it up and put it into the collection system. So what we did on this one was we designed it for more than just the 90 acres.
Okay.
We designed it to open up this whole area, this whole region. So it is what you would call a regional lift station.
Let's jump over because let's go to the north side of the road, Kenny, because obviously a couple years ago, the city council created a new park called Elam Park. We've got the adaptive playground, which is just blown up. I'm talking the number of kids and parents. In fact, I see as many parents on the equipment as I do kids. So let's talk a little bit about Elam Park.
As you said, we did the adaptive fields in there. Incredible park, $4.2 million, if I remember correctly, to put that in. That park was huge in our Parks and Recreation Department as a whole. Don't want to steal your thunder, but we just have been notified that we're one of the 50 best in the United States in the parks. And there's no doubt that our park team and department are fantastic, but the citizens as a whole are so focused on recreation in the parks, and this one's huge. So this is quickly becoming a big hub in South Broken area. You've got all the businesses right there along the turnpike that are blowing up.
Yes.
You've got your Arrow Forge that you just talked about. You've got the Elam Park. You've got the school system, the homes. It is quickly changing into what we envisioned.
I want to close out this segment of Driving in VA by thank you for the support for this 2014 bond package. We're still working on the 26 bond package, which there's probably going to be at least 10 to 12 roads are going to be in there because roads are so important to all of us. So thanks for tuning in. Look for our next segment. Until next time, I look forward to seeing you around town.